Alrighty everybody, here we are. It is June 22nd of 2022. The Kenobi season finale is now behind us, and Disney and Lucasfilm are focusing on the future of the Star Wars universe. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars updates. Also, by the way guys, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support. It is greatly appreciated. Now, one thing about Disney Star Wars is that currently with the Kenobi finale now released on Disney Plus, a lot of Star Wars fans got the chance to go ahead and see that already. If you guys have not seen that episode, I do suggest that you guys go ahead and check it out. It has a lot of great moments in there. It is a massive improvement in comparison to episodes 4 and 5 specifically. So, looking at what both Ewan McGregor and Hayden Christensen were able to do in the Kenobi finale is actually quite impressive when it came to the Vader and Kenobi duel. I know that some fans, it's a smaller percentage, but some fans out there are actually offering a lot of criticism over the Kenobi and Vader duel, but I myself thought it was pretty, immersive. I thought it was a very well edited and well made fight between both Kenobi and Vader. Sure, it could have been better, and we were supposed to get better. We were supposed to get a lot more footage between both Kenobi and Vader fighting on the moon of Mustafar. But moving ahead, Disney CEO Bob Chapek has been a lot more talkative recently about the future of the Star Wars universe and exactly what he's planning to do with everything related to the future of Obi-Wan Kenobi as a character as well as Darth Vader and everything involved with both Hayden and Ewan for this new Star Wars roadmap. Now, with that being said, however, what's even all the more exciting is that Disney CEO Bob Chapek recently was able to elaborate on all of this and exactly what that really means. Now, specifically, of course, with Disney and Lucasfilm currently expanding the Star Wars roadmap in order to actually please the fans, Bob Chapek, the CEO of Disney, recently engaged in an interview after the debut of Kenobi's finale and began to talk about the future of, and of course, exciting plans for the return of Obi-Wan Kenobi as a character. Now, Bob Chapek went on to state the following: "We are looking on how we can bring these famous characters back into the story, so yes, this is something that we are talking about every day, and exactly how we can bring back Obi-Wan into the Star Wars world. We have very big goals in mind, and our creatives are very ambitious and have a vision intact for the continuation of Kenobi's story. Now, we really can't say anything in great detail just yet, other than that we believe the fans will be very happy with news that we can share in just a couple of months from now. Bringing Kenobi back is something that we are already and have been talking about for quite some time, even before the season even dropped on Disney Plus. We are trying to figure out what makes the most sense for a Kenobi return, and how we can make sure that this, of course, will be very believable for the character's adventures and quests across the galaxy far, far away. Now, we are looking at current source material, such as the comics that we have produced and the books that have existed in Star Wars Legends, and we are preparing to put out more of that will expand Kenobi into live-action form again. We know that this is, of course, going to be something spectacular, and that it is a familiar character that means the most to the fandom, and we are now trying to respect that moving forward. It's our job to do what's right for the community. We are already talking with both Ewan and Hayden about the future, and it's something pretty exciting. We want to take advantage of what fans love the most in order to propel the universe to something magical that was created by George so many years ago." Now, let me just stop right here for a second. Now, obviously, Chapek is indirectly confirming that there is a quote-unquote Season 2 in the works. Now, this has been a very tricky situation, and we talked about this about 3 days ago, is that it's most likely not going to be labeled as a Season 2 per se, but that they will be adding parts to the already existing limited TV series. Alright? So, we have a limited TV series for Kenobi. They want to keep that intact. That's basically what the Disney executives want to do, is that they want to keep that labeled as a limited series. And the plan is to just keep on adding parts, right? To me, I don't know, I think that they should just bite the bullet and call it a Season 2. I mean, Bob Chapek was leaning toward that. We talked about that about a week ago, of how the executives and Bob Chapek were bouncing back and forth on whether or not they want to call it a limited series still and just add on a couple more parts, or if they want to actually make it into a season 2, season 3, etc., etc. Honestly, I think that they should just do the last option there by labeling it as a season 2 and moving it forward from that. Now, of course, on top of this, alright, what's even all the more exciting is that separate from what Bob Chapek had to say about all of this, alludes to a season 2 already in the works that is set to focus on the training between both Qui-Gon Jinn and Obi-Wan Kenobi, and the focus on Luke Skywalker growing older into his teens. The goal for the future of Kenobi is actually for fans to watch Kenobi age into how he becomes how he appears in A New Hope eventually. Disney is looking to making the Kenobi storyline quite expansive, with many stories to tell and with new villains to fill in for Darth Vader, while Vader acts as a background villain. Disney is set to make another big announcement for the future of Kenobi by the end of this year, and they are planning to begin production on it by the summer or fall of next year, which would likely give fans a 2024 release window for season 2 or whatever it may be, or new parts added onto the series. Now, once again, that's their end game, is that they want to expand Obi-Wan Kenobi's story, and you can see how at the very end of the current season, which by the way was reshot to a degree, it does tease that a little bit of how Kenobi talks to Qui-Gon Jinn. Qui-Gon Jinn teases that he's got a lot of things to go, a lot of things to explore moving forward. So, the focus is to now focus on Obi-Wan and Chapek already and how they made a call to actually leave Reva out of the story this time around. So that's another thing that I do want to focus on here, and something that we did bring up about a couple of days ago, is that they are not going to be using Reva in future Kenobi stories per se. Now, Reva will be involved in the Inquisitor spin-off show that we'll talk about a little bit later. They are making an Obi-Wan Kenobi spin-off series that's going to focus on the origin of the Inquisitors, showing us the Inquisitors and how they were once Jedi and how they transferred over to becoming those dark side warriors, and Reva will be involved in all of that. So, as far as the Kenobi second season goes, that's going to be its own thing. It's going to primarily focus on Kenobi, Qui-Gon, new villains, some familiar faces as well, and of course the return of Luke 2 years after the events of Part 6. So that's another thing to really focus on. So I think that Bob Chapek has his head on straight. He's obviously trying to make a legacy of himself as fast as possible, because he is looking to quitting Disney as the Disney CEO by the fall or summer of 2024. And he wants to leave a good image behind, and that's exactly why he's jumping the gun here and really trying to do a lot of great things as fast as possible. Which, you know what, I gotta give him credit, He is the guy that's allowing Favreau and Filoni to do exactly as they please with all of these new Star Wars TV shows that are currently in the works, such as Mando Season 3, the Ahsoka Tano series, Mando Season 4, a lot of things like that. So there's a lot of things happening at the same exact time, all because of Chapek. So let's not forget that it's Chapek that's allowing that to actually happen. So yeah, guys, I would like to hear what you all have to say about this below in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.
Gun in hand, we are alone again. No hiding from night to moon.